compartir innovación. Bueno, hoy el tema principal es innovación, pero ¿qué es innovación? Yo creo que en primer lugar, innovación es cultura. China es un país de mucha cultura. Los 4 inventos antiguos, pólvora, imprenta, papel, brújula, bueno, forman parte de nuestra civilización milenaria. Y hoy día, en esta era digital, ya estamos hablando de los 4 nuevos inventos de China, que es tren bala, como pago con celular, e-commerce y también otras tecnologías como bicicleta compartida, esa economía compartida, como 4 inventos nuevos. Y luego, ¿qué es innovación? Es estrategia. En el año 2016, el gobierno chino publicó el programa de la estrategia de desarrollo de la innovación. Así que innovación pasa a formar parte de nuestra tecnología, de nuestra estrategia. Y además el concepto de desarrollo. Hoy día el gobierno chino está desarrollando nuestro país guiando por 5 conceptos fundamentales. El primero de ellos es justamente la innovación. Y además China ya es el país que más patentes internacionales ha presentado. 1.5 millones al año por 8 años consecutivos ha sido el país que más patentes internacionales han solicitado. Casi la mitad de la totalidad del patente internacional. Bueno, innovación también es la vida. Hoy día, si usted viaja por China, puede ver que con celular se soluciona todo. Se paga, se pide y también se solucionan todos los problemas de la vida. Hoy día, quien no pagan con celular, sino un efectivo, o sea extranjero, o sea diplomático regresado al país. Bueno, y también innovación es oportunidad para ambos países. Bueno, China tiene su estrategia de innovar y también tenemos la plena disponibilidad de trabajar con Panamá. Y hoy Panamá se dedican a trabajar en 5 hubs: hub diplomático, hub logístico, hub aéreo, hub financiero, hub digital, entre otros. Yo creo que para que esas ideas se concreten entre China y Panamá, podemos trabajar mucho basándonos siempre en la innovación, ese aprendizaje mutuo. Y justamente a partir de ese año ya arrancamos la primera reunión de la Comisión Mixta de Cooperación en Ciencia y Tecnología y justamente hemos dado ese primer paso. Yo creo que con innovación vamos a ensanchar y ampliar nuestra visión y nuestra agenda bilateral. Pues y hoy día aquí están presentes panelistas de primer orden, pues tanto empresas chinas como Huawei, que también es una empresa internacional que más patentes han solicitado al año, más de 5.400 patentes internacionales al año, y también otras empresas chinas como el Bank of China, que va a hablar también de la innovación de la financiera, que forma parte importante de la innovación en general, y así como otros representantes panelistas de la parte panameño. Y no tengo la menor duda que de este intercambio va a surgir ideas que nutre además la agenda bilateral entre China y Panamá. Por eso, para finalizar, no me queda más que agradecer esta importante iniciativa de la estrella de nuestros amigos y también augurar el mayor de los éxitos para este evento y en adelante para este proceso de cooperación entre China y Panamá basándonos en la innovación, aprendizaje mutuo. Muchas gracias. Felicidades.
Muchas gracias a ustedes, señor Bo. Les quiero presentar ahora un video del patrocinador del día de hoy, nuestros amigos de Huawei. Adelante con el video, por favor.
China is experiencing an historical transformation.
A new direction established can have a lasting effect.
Huawei is a $100 billion company. They have operations in 170 countries.
It's one of the world leading companies in telecommunications. It provides telecom equipment, network equipment, has moved into the smartphone industry and has taken a position in the top 3.
Most people think that Huawei has come from nowhere, when in actual fact it's taken 30 years to get to where they're going. Mr. Ren, the founder, lived through a very difficult time in China's history, which included famine, the Cultural Revolution. He had a pretty hard life.
在我那个小时候，我在那个县呢， 这个乡镇呢，其实是很贫穷的。我们家庭就算好一点的，因为我们父母都是教师嘛。那好一点的标志呢，我们家炒菜是可以放盐的，就放盐的，这就是我们属于好的生活条件。我们其实根本就不制造世界上的样子。
任总呢，他是74年到辽华参军，70年提了嘛，就回到实验室。他是实验室的是医疗专业技术员，就是东北其实特别特别的。白天的时候，你假如是泼出一盆水，马上就接上去。见识当时给他平时就喊他技术员嘛，所以都喊任老技。他当时就当这个主意，这个是怎么能够把这个空气压力给搞出来？所以当时呢很困难，既没有图纸，也没有样题可以参考，谁也没见过。终于把这个空气压力产生搞出来了。
离开军队以后，我们跟军队没有任何关系，走入市场经济，我们是非常不适应的，因为我们是计划经济模型出来的，军队就是1分钱都不能赚的。我们那个时候认为工作做得不好，然后不会做工作，连别人不要我们了。其实40岁创造这个华为的时候，应该是任何经验都没有。
Huawei basically started very, very small. 1987, Shenzhen in an apartment. And Shenzhen was labeled what we would call today a special economic zone. It's only in 1988 that formally private companies were allowed in China. But there was no real good ideas yet about what it takes to be a company.
我们呢创业时候的注册资本是21000多块钱，我找了几个人集资，他们都退出去了，这里面没有任何国家的分钱。我们那个时候去这个代理销售这个红年这个搅拌机呢，这卖得很好了以后，他们也不供货了，就把我们逼到我们必须自己做我们的通信产品。
First 10 years were survival. It really was trying to almost take the breadcrumbs, what was possible.
因为我们那个时候是无路可走，我们根本就没有想念这个成功会怎么样。
We're working day and night, and then you feel tired, you just go for the sleeping while, take some shower, and then coming back to work. Almost 1 month we do not leave this building.
但我记得很清楚的是，当时任总呢总是拿着一个大茶缸啊，在我们实验室到处那个给我们做很多讲话，对吧？我记得最清楚的是，就是有一个很好的愿景，就是我们要3分天下有其一。当然我们的公司还很小的情况下，那我们都是听一听而已，我们也不是说特别相信。
History has determined the existence of Huawei. If China didn't open up, Huawei would not exist. If private companies would not be allowed, Huawei would not exist. It fit perfectly the bill, what was needed at that time for a Chinese entrepreneur to give the push towards what would become one of the biggest telecom companies in the world.
Un aplauso para nuestros amigos de Huawei. Tuve la oportunidad de estar en Shenzhen, en las headquarters de Huawei, y de verdad que es impresionante. Ahora vamos a dar inicio oficialmente a Innovo 2019. Nos acompañan como panelistas en la tarima el señor Chen Yongyuan. Él es vicepresidente ejecutivo del Banco de China en Panamá. También está con nosotros Joaquín Saldaña. Él es director de Estrategia y Marketing Regional LATAM de Huawei. También el señor Henry Wen, gerente general del Departamento de Comercio Electrónico de Soho Group. Y el señor Luis Oliva, de la Autoridad Nacional para la Innovación Gubernamental. También Marisol Guisado, de la plataforma Panamá Impositivo, y yo también estaremos como moderadoras de este foro. Vamos a dar inicio. Quiero invitar entonces al señor Chen Hongwan, vicepresidente ejecutivo del Banco de China en Panamá. El tema es potencialidad, situación actual y la perspectiva de la cooperación financiera chino-panameña.
Good morning, everyone. I was told I'm the third speaker, but how come I stand up the first? Well, actually, the presentation I prepared is mainly for Bank of China. It's an introduction of Bank of China and its products. And only a small part of the presentation is about the innovation. But this morning, when I came here, I was told that I need to speak more about the innovation, especially the fintech of Bank of China. I think just Mr. Liu said that if you go to China, you'll find you are inside the environment of the innovation world, and the bullet train, and also the mobile payment, even the bicycle. When you want to share a bicycle, you're gonna bring the mobile phone and scan the barcode, the SQR, and you can take the bag with the bicycle with you. Yeah, that's innovation everywhere in China. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the Bank of China, but to give you a rough image of Bank of China, I need to spend a few minutes on it. And maybe you know Bank of China very well, but do you know Bank of China is the longest history bank in China? It has 106 years history. 106 years history. It was established in 1912 by the approval of Dr. Sun Yat-sen, the Chinese national father, and soon it extended its presence to outside of China. In 1929, Bank of China set up its first overseas branch in London. So the chart below shows the milestones since the bank's establishment up to now. So you can see that the bank went public in the year of 2004 in both Hong Kong and Shanghai stock exchange. And from the year 2011, it becomes a member of the G-SIFI Bank. Bank of China has over 11,000 domestic branches and over 300,000 employees, and set up its footprints in 60 countries all over the world. In Latin America, Panama is the first country we set up a branch in over 25 years already. And in recent years, we speed up our pace of extension. In the past few years, we established subsidiaries in Brazil, Mexico, Peru, and Argentina. These are some financials in terms of the income and profit. To give a rough image of its portfolio, I only mention a few figures. By June 30 this year, the group's asset total is renminbi 22 trillion, or 3 trillion US dollar, and it's 4.7 growth over last year. In the first half of this year, the group achieved a profit of renminbi 121 billion, or 17 billion US dollar, and a 5% growth over last year. So in its ROA, return on asset, stood at 1.12%, and ROE, return on equity, was 14%. These are international awards and recognition that the Bank of China has been given by prestigious financial organizations and magazines. Talking about the Panama branch, Bank of China Panama branch is granted with a general license by SBP in 1994, which means that we can offer a service to both domestic and overseas clients. We are dedicated to fully cooperating with other Latin American institutions with abundant full-line products of Bank of China. And I'm going to give you some of the rough idea of how Bank of China's products and service formed. It can be divided into a financial institution client, corporate finance client, and some of the individual, retail client. For financial institution client, we have loans and clearing service and interbank deposit. I'm going to skip some of the details of the products. And for corporate finance, we provide the CPP. It's Guanda's partial payment, right? And that's very particular in Panama, but I think it's obsolete from this year because of the new administration is on, and the PPP model will be popular in a few years. Actually, we did grant some of the loans to some other Latin American countries using the PPP model, because PPP model is one of the model that we are familiar with, since Bank of China has done a lot of PPP finance globally. However, it's pretty new in Panama, and so we need to do further research, and legal structures and financing models of the local market need to be done before we can start the new service. But we know that PPP law will bring tremendous strides for the infrastructure construction and economic development in Panama. And the other one is sovereign panda bond. It's very close to success last year, but since some time delay and some technical problems, that this panda bond product was postponed. But I believe it's an innovation in raising money for Panama, because historically Panama has raised US dollar debt in the New York market or or euro market. But why raise renminbi? Renminbi debt instead of US dollar, and you can convert it renminbi into US dollar after you raise that. Yeah, so Panda bond is it's a renminbi denominated bond issued by the foreign institutions in China, in China's capital market, and recently developed very quickly, and more foreign issuers looking into this opportunity. Talking about the business radiation, because Panama is in the hub of the financial banking industry for Latin America. So up to now, the branch existing loans in Latin America cover 9 countries: Panama, Ecuador, Argentina, Chile, Mexico, Colombia, Costa Rica, Brazil, and Peru. And the bank's exposure of the corporate finance business in Latin America increased from 30 in 2018 to 50 in 2019. Here are this slide shows that the main products that for corporate finance client Bank of China can provide. And the branch's credit recipient include going out customers of Chinese enterprises like Huawei or Power China, and also Fortune 500 companies and the national sovereign funds. The type of main products include project financing, structured financing, cross-border guarantee loan, trade finance, working capital loans, and commodity finance. The export buyers credit is, it's very popular, I think, for the past few years. Especially, we did some of the loans to Ecuador. I think it's over 600 million US dollar. It's in. Bank of China paid close attention to and supported the financing need of Chinese funded products in Latin America. One of the highlight business model is the export buyers credit, and this slide give you an example of export buyers credit to Ecuador. So the branch participated in the financing of 4 products, including canal flooding control product, 10 national highway products, 3 highway products, and the Millennium School product. So the amount of financing is over 600 million US dollars. Actually, the PP model is not, it's not a new one. It's not a new model. We did some of the financing already. In Argentina, we provide the Jinko Solar power plant project. And we granted $24 million in funding. And in Colombia, In Colombia, we did a syndication loan of Rumi-Chaca highway project. It's using the PPP model, and we did IRS interest rate swap service to the project to hedge the financing costs in the future. This part is about the renminbi product and service. So renminbi is kind of innovation, right, for Panama. And it shows that some of the basic products of corporate banking, financial institutions, and personal banking. So a lot of individual customers would like to use renminbi to manage his own money, and you can invest renminbi into Hong Kong or Shanghai stock market, and to share the profit and also the foreign exchange market. Of course, it depends on how renminbi is changed. And also, for the past few years, Bank of China created some indexes for the use of renminbi, which can be found in Bloomberg. The One Belt, One Road renminbi index might be interest to you. It provides the exchange rate of renminbi against the currencies from One Belt, One Road countries. So Bank of China will be the leading position globally in the year 2018 because we are the leading position in transaction volume, and we are also the leading place in the size of customer service. And moving forward, we are optimistic over the internationalization of renminbi because China will continue opening up to the capital account to the outside world smoothly and orderly, improve the mechanism of both outflow and inflow of its currency. And the importance of offshore financial market keeps strengthened. In the future, China will enter currency swap agreement with more countries. I believe Brazil and Suriname has entered agreement of the currency swap agreement with Chinese government. I believe in the future, there will more and more Latin American countries will, enter agreement with China. And also enterprises hold an optimistic view of international status of renminbi. We did a survey, I think last year, and over 80% of the enterprises surveyed attach more importance on renminbi again, and rather than US dollar alone. So they took initiative steps to counter-manage the fluctuation of renminbi. Okay, the innovation, finally. At the beginning of this year, the board of directors of Bank of China raised a new development strategy that is enable advance through technology, drive development through innovation, deliver performance through transformation, and enhance strength through reform. The bank is making improvement in three perspectives. We call it 3 pillars. The first pillar is scenario ecology. Our strategy is to integrate scenarios, to interface scenarios, and to build scenarios. To integrate scenario, we use mobile banking as a unified entrance, aggregating financial and non-financial services, deepening cooperation with third-party companies, channel between banking area and insurance, private banking, investment banking, and the leasing area of Bank of China Group, so that creating a comprehensive financial mobile portal for the group. To interface scenario, Bank of China carefully chose and integrated into the online and offline scenario where customers gather by methods like services of embedding SDK, API-specific interface, and public H5 for purpose of building an industry-leading open bank. The second pillar is information system. What we are doing is the integration of overseas information system. In April last year, Bank of China's 6-year project of integrating and transforming overseas information system was successfully implemented. And around the world, we have achieved a unified version, centralized deployment, and integrated operation and management, supporting business in 6 continents, covering 18 countries along the Belt and Road, and effectively improving the cross-border renminbi clearing capability of Bank of China. The third pillar is technology platform. Last year, Bank of China completed the infrastructure construction of private cloud platform, big data platform, and artificial intelligence platform with a distributed structure and supported business innovation with 3 major technology platforms. At the same time, we continue to deepen the research and the application of artificial intelligence, big data, blockchain, and other technologies. According to external sources, Bank of China has 180 patents for global fintech application, ranking 19th in the world and 2nd in the global financial industry. Okay. Regarding the channel construction, Bank of China relies on mobile banking, smart banking counters, smart customer service to actively build a 3-in-1 channel service system. Bank of China mobile banking has realized the implementation of functions such as variation of services based on personality, voice navigation and search. And Bank of China live broadcast room and has piloted the promotion of SIM shield and mobile phone shields. The functionality, security, and the customer experience has been comprehensively improved. In November last year, the overseas version of Bank of China mobile banking was officially released and started to enhance mobile financial service capability for global customers. By the end of last year, the number of registered customers of mobile banking reached 145 million, an increase of 26% over the previous year. And the number of active customers increased significantly. The annual transaction volume reached 20 trillion yuan, which is $3 trillion, with an increase of 83% over the previous year. And regarding the innovation product, in April last year, Bank of China launched the Intelligence Investment Advisor product. It's called BOC Robot Advisor, using the AI expert consultant man-machine combination model to enhance the service capability of customers' asset allocation. By the end of last year, total of transactions volume has exceeded 5.7 billion, and total of investor was over 100,000. Bank of China's payment product, BOC Smart Pay, it's an online and offline integrated merchant-side payment product. Has completed function of POS payment, smart POS payment, aggregate payment, and online payment, which can provide merchants with one-point access and one-stop fund settlement service. And in the field of risk management and control, by using real-time analysis and big data and AI technology, and combined with internal and external data, Bank of China has established an intelligence risk control system covering fields of real-time anti-fraud, intelligence anti-money laundering, and comprehensive risk management. Among them, internet defense. Internet defense is a real-time and anti-fraud platform based on the implementation of machine learning platform. It supported the prevention of risk during the process of high-risk transactions in various channels. The platform monitors more than 1.6 billion transactions in real time and has intercepted more than 8 billion renminbi in suspicious transactions. Okay, this is two examples of that successful use of technology. It's called GMS, Global Matchmaking System, and GPI. The GMS, I believe, if somebody ever been to the China import exhibition, maybe you experience with that. So it's matchmaking the seller and buyer globally based on the demand and supply, and it's a face-to-face. You can do face-to-face negotiation and or text message or something that they can do the mass. Matchmaking. It's a matchmaking system, but for the sellers and buyers. The GPI is a global payment innovation initiative. It's based on the SWIFT. It's the Bank of China is the first one that used the GPI of a Swiss service, it's combined with the technology of cloud computation and blockchain to make more quick to make the settlement more quick and cost effective. Yeah, I think that's the short introduction of Bank of China and the fintech innovation that can be done by Bank of China. So I'll rather leave more time to other speakers. Thank you so much.
Muchísimas gracias al vicepresidente ejecutivo del Banco de China en Panamá, el señor Chen Zhongyuan. Muchísimas gracias. Pasamos a nuestro siguiente expositor con el tema Construyendo un Mundo Digital. Es el turno del señor Joaquín Saldaña, director de Estrategia y Marketing Regional LATAM de Huawei.
Hola a todos, buenos días. Gracias a los organizadores por la invitación, gracias a ustedes por la atención. Y les voy a platicar un poco de